Hi guys, Tim here with Fusomatic. I wanted to share with you a new update we have regarding the opt-in settings. This will allow more flexibility between Infusionsoft and MindBody in determining how you handle opt-ups. So this setting is available either under the Infusionsoft tab or the MindBody tab of your BridgeBuddy application. So in the case of Infusionsoft, this will handle the opt-ins going into Infusionsoft. And you'll notice on our drop down, there are a few more options now. So you can have it do not update. Basically, if you have that selected, nobody will be opted in Infusionsoft. So probably wouldn't recommend that setting. You can also have it always opt in. That will disregard whatever is in MindBody regarding opt-in status and go ahead and opt folks into Infusionsoft. Probably also in most situations, there's better ways to handle it than that, but that is an option that you can set. The next two here allow you to select opt-in status by one of the checkboxes being enabled. It will sync according to that setting. So in MindBody, there are two options. One is the appointment reminders, the other is the promotional emails. So in the case of the promotions here, you can have it sync the opt-in status in Infusionsoft based on if they are opted in to the promotions in MindBody. You could also do that according to the reminders setting. So if they were opted into reminders, you would have them opted in to Infusionsoft if they were opted into those reminders, or if they were opted out, they would be opted out in Infusionsoft. The other two options here are probably also quite useful. So the first one here is opt in if either is selected. So if that either one of those options is enabled in MindBody, whether it's promotions or reminders, then they will be opted in Infusionsoft. Otherwise, if neither is selected, they will be opted out. That will be probably one of the more common settings. The other is to make sure that they're both selected. So they would have to be both selected as opted in MindBody. Otherwise, they would be opted out in Infusionsoft. So that will allow a lot more you'll be able to customize and determine that much more granularly. So you have a lot more control over what's going on with your opt-outs and opt-ins in Infusionsoft. The other setting is the other direction. This one's less used, but for those of you who do use the bridge to push new contacts from Infusionsoft over into MindBody, this may be in play, or if you want opt-outs to flow from Infusionsoft back to MindBody, you could also make use of this setting. So there are a couple other options here. So again, we talked about do not update. It's just not going to make any changes in MindBody based on the opt-out status or opt-in status in Infusionsoft. In this case, it's just going to always try to opt everybody in. If there's somebody new coming from Infusionsoft into MindBody, you would just have them opted in both settings. Again, back to the promotions and reminders. This one will, if they are opted in Infusionsoft, we'll go ahead and opt them into the promotion setting. And likewise, under reminders, if you have that selected, if they are opted in Infusionsoft, it will update them to be opted into the reminders. And then finally here, it will basically, in this setting, the last one here, sync promotions and reminders. If they are opted into Infusionsoft, it would opt them into both of those settings in MindBody. If they were opted out of Infusionsoft, it would then opt out of both of those options. So that's a few updates to how we handle the opt-in and opt-outs in MindBody and Infusionsoft. Please reach out if you guys have any questions.